Proud to be in Flobbeto, the school of hope and love. So beautiful and mighty, the school we all pride in.
Flobbeto at 10. Flobbeto at 10.
Flobbeto at 10.
Flobbeto at 10.
Flobbeto at 10.
Flobbeto at 10.
Pride, Flobbeto.
The name Flobbeto is a tribute to Florence Mugasha's family, crafted from her parents' names. Flo for Florence, B for Bagamba, another B for Besweli, and T for Tofas. Since its founding on the 11th of December 2013, Flobbeto has grown into a recognized name in education.
It's a very special school. It has a conducive environment for reading and learning. And I love Flobbeto.
My teachers are the best people in this world. They have nurtured me, cared for me, and mothered me.
The visionary behind this institution, Madame Florence Mugasha, continues to lead and inspire as Flobbeto celebrates 10 years of nurturing young minds.
To start Flobbeto was for me to give back to society. My kingdom had offered me a scholarship from S1 to S6, full scholarship. So it's in appreciation of Bunyoro Kingdom having helped us to continue with our education and to bring us to where we are now.
Initiative, innovative, and
Mrs. Florence Mugasha informed us of have a vision of wanting to give back to Hoima community by putting up a modern school. And I remember we sat as a team, the management here and the teachers, and agreed that for what she had done for us, we needed to give back. And number two, we were performing well already. We had all the resources academically needed, so we knew if there was a right team in Hoima, we would give them the best support possible.
Florence aspired to honor her mother's legacy by founding Flobbeto School, a tribute to a remarkable woman who left Nkole to begin a new life in Bunyoro through marriage.
I also wanted to honor my mother. My mother was in Nyankole, but she left everything and came with my father to Bunyoro. And I wanted her to be remembered that this Nyankole woman gave us a daughter, and the daughter gave us a school, which is Flobbeto. And I know Flobbeto will live on forever. Thirdly, I wanted the girl child and the disadvantaged children to be able to go to school, to a good school, without paying so highly.
I come from Kamwange district. The most enjoyable part of this bursary scheme is competition in class. This has made me aim at getting higher marks. Therefore, it calls for attention, discipline, concentration, commitment, prayer, and dedication.
I come from northern Uganda, and I would like to thank the directors for the bursary scheme. It helps me to save money that my parents are using to do other developmental projects at home. Bravo, Madame Florence Mugasha.
The bursary scheme is a tremendous asset, greatly benefiting many students and boosting performance across Flobbeto Nursery and Primary School.
Once upon a time, the area, the premises where Flobbeto Nursery and Primary School is located was entirely jungle, bushes, and some with kind of semi-forest.
Those who don't know Kibingo has been a very bushy area. But thanks to Flobbeto that came, and the whole narrative has changed completely. It is very different, it's looking different. So we go out scouting out to look out for how it is, how does it look like, what is it. We need to look at the structures, we need to look at each and everything. So I reached there and I discovered that the environment was good. That is the only thing that was visible, that the environment was good. The structures were good. And the organization structure, that itself was also good.
And at that time I was already employed in Kampala as a head teacher. However, from the discussion that we had, I realized that I had an opportunity to begin something new, something fresh. I decided to take up the challenge. I'd travel to Hoima in an environment that was very new to me, an environment that was a little bit in the wild, and in a school that had no single child and no single teacher or any other employee.
The school is standing at an area which is actually full of infrastructure, some afforestation, meaning that there are some forests around, planted forests, and the school looks nice.
In honesty with pride, initiative, innovative.
Reverend Canon Samuel Kahuma, now a retired bishop of the Bunyoro Kitara Diocese, still fondly recalls the school's humble beginnings and the inspiring journey to its present success.
When it started, all the eyes in Hoima looked at Flobbeto, and we knew we were beginning to have a new era in Hoima, and we knew that we were beginning to have a Kampala of Hoima, and we knew that parents rushed to take their children to Kampala in the guise of better schools. We knew that the door now had been closed.
In 2014, January, a population of 137 children. Those are the ones that we started with, and by that time, we had also recruited 11 teachers from baby class up to primary 4. And we also had our 11 teachers that were also spread in those classes. So that's how the journey started, and the rest is history.
Who is your teacher?
Teacher Christine.
Teacher who?
Christine.
I reported to this school in 2013, December 5th, when we had the first interviews for the children. We continued very well, and by the end of the term, we had 174 children, both boys and girls. We pushed on. By the end of the year, the enrollment had increased to 205.
There are quite a number of factors that has propelled the school to grow at this pace, which most people have described as a very fast growth. One particular biggest factor has been the support and the motivation that we have had from the directors. A lot has been done, a lot of guidance and support has been received, and we cannot in any way have regrets over working with the directors that we have in the school.
Flobbeto is not only doing work in the school, but it also extends its influence outside by trying to participate in other activities like sports, and people get to know and see how their children are doing.
Slowly, slowly, tap slowly, good. Slowly, come, tap it slowly, slowly. One touch. Why energy? Tap it slowly, slowly. Good, I love that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Move, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Flobbeto is a faith-centered institution that brings together pupils from diverse religious backgrounds with a deep reverence for God serving as its cornerstone for over a decade.
I have been invited to Flobbeto to see the school, talk to the children, and pray. The school does not discriminate any faith. And we Muslims, we are there and we are fully in the school.
Every year, they will create an opportunity, in spite of their heavy schedules, to allow Anglican children who are of age, to allow them time, be with their chaplain, receive Christian instruction. Some private schools will not allow this. They will say, no, we don't have the time.
I will never forget Flobbeto School. You have made my day. As soon as I arrived at the gate, I found an army of young men and women.
The well-being of every pupil is a top priority, with dedicated attention to health, safety, nutrition, and co-curricular activities, all crafted to create an enriching learning environment where comfort truly thrives.
Feeding is good. We serve children 5 meals a day. We start with breakfast in the morning for the boarders, then break tea, which is served at 10 for both boarders and day scholars. Then you serve our lunch from midday to 1, and then we serve evening tea from 4 to 4:30. Then we serve dinner. So those are the 5 meals. So these meals are well balanced. There is a menu that we follow that guides the operation of the dining. The other department that I also oversee is the safety and the security department. Our school is well fenced. We have the guards that are armed that oversees the safety and the security of the children.
With the new curriculum, Flobbeto Nursery and Primary has transitioned from traditional teaching methods to an innovative, hands-on approach that actively promotes practical learning.
As a school, we encourage practical approaches of teaching. When we're dealing with exchange rates, we bring this money here physically and children are able to see them.
We are looking at buying and selling, and we also have our shop in class, and the shopkeeper is ready with us. We also have members who came with their money and ready to buy.
Welcome, my dear customer.
How much is soda?
Most of this theoretical knowledge that they learn in class, they are practically able to see them, they're able to practice, and at the end of the day, children are able to take some of these skills back home.
I think you have heard from the horse's mouth. Coming up next is a talk show. Enjoy it.
Welcome, our dear viewers. This is your most favorite program on the spot with your happiest presenter, Kamara Patrick. Oh, sorry, Alinda Masi.
Now it is time for news. And you know the discipline mom and dad need when it's time for news. So, silence.
Welcome to Flobbeto News Hour at NTV Uganda. This program is coming to you live and on air. My name is Nemanja Maureen. First are the headlines. Flobbeto School ushers in a co-director. The Bunyakta Kingdom set for Mpango. Uganda's premier to attend Mpango. News in detail.
One of the special attributes that we have within our activities is exposure. We ensure that children are not kept within the school without getting to know what is taking place outside.
We have a mission at Flobbeto where we identify, develop, and empower future leaders to drive excellency and growth at Flobbeto.
I joined this school in 2018 in Primary 1, but as we speak, I'm a big girl in Primary 6. I'm so proud of my school, for they have nurtured me to be who I am today. Introducing myself, I said I'm the current president of Flobbeto Nursery and Primary School. And that's very true. I outcompeted all the boys, taking a bigger post of presidency. It has been a hectic journey, for I've been able to solve all the problems I've been undertaking through this journey.
I am the vice president of the school. Flobbeto teaches us to respect each and every one as if they are all the same. Flobbeto teaches us to respect whether it is a P1 child or either a primary 7 child, but as Flobbeto, they teach us to respect each and every one as one person. Never know, either in some years to come, you never know whether I may be the vice president of the country. For you, as long as you know, charity begins at home. Excellence is our pride. For God and my country, I wish Flobbeto a happy 10 years anniversary.
Apparently, once our primary 7 candidates have completed their exams, they are normally taken to Kenya to visit places of Nairobi, Mombasa, and soon we shall start planning and preparing for tours in places of South Africa, Dubai, France, and other European countries.
My name is Flobbeto Pauline. I thank all the parents who were able to pay for us the tour. Thank you, Flobbeto, for bringing us to such a wonderful place.
And at the moment, we are at Malindi in Kenya, at the Kabakia group of the Indian Ocean. I thank my parents and my teachers, my friends who have enabled me to have such a beautiful place to go to and have fun. As a living candidate, I hope for the best after the year. Thank you, because I've been with the administration. Thank you so much.
I'm a vacationist here in a tour in Mombasa. It's a clear view of the Indian Ocean. Thank you for enabling us to be here. Thank the administration, the parents, the teachers, and the school at large. Thank you.
2 of my girls have gone through the school. Kaganze Esther did from P6 up to end of P7 and managed to succeed and went to Gaya's High School, where she has finished I6 now. Then Kansime Eve started from middle class up to P7. She's also doing very well in high school now. I want to thank Flobbeto very much for saving us the journeys to Kampala seeking for quality education, and they have indeed shown that they have quality education even in Hoima here.
I used to see those small girls, those beautiful girls presenting on Planet K. I would ask myself, will one day my daughter also be there on Planet K? But I thank God, when I saw her, she was doing well, she was excellent. Then I felt very well, very good. I thank Flobbeto for nurturing my girl. I thank NTV for accepting her. And I thank God for everything. I thank God. And I love Flobbeto. I love NTV. Thank you very much for choosing my girl, Mavis Tumwini, Francesca.
Isomero eryo tikuligamba ly'abagaiga bonka. Kyonka wadoina aka business katito okusobola agenda nobaza na HM nobaga nosasula mpora okusobola kusasula mu installments singo bobalize nawo kurungi.
Bado naitwa abanaku abamfuna mpora netukusomesa y'abana ati nko wange wembabazi Karisi akatandika mu baby class bwire bunu yakwera ali mu P7 baitu habo kugamba kyazirweho corona yabanja stopping amatu baitu bwire bunu ali mu P5 mu kyakatano.
Abazaire nywena hali mukali nkubasaba muleta abana banyu aisomero lya Flobbeto Nursery Primary School Hoima. Abegesa kale staff na management mu kuikiraniza n'abazaire.
So Flobbeto is a welcoming school. Flobbeto caters for all parents from all walks of life, and it does not discriminate.
The community has benefited from the school because we always see them doing CSR in the communities around. Many children have come from all over the country now and they are accessing quality education. Flobbeto is an all-round school and we are proud to be associated with the school for the last 10 years.
I'm one of the pioneers of Flobbeto Primary School. I've studied in this school from top class up to primary 7. My time in Flobbeto has been good. I've had a good experience with Flobbeto. I've switched from the UNEB curriculum to the Cambridge curriculum, And most of the stuff I'm learning in the Cambridge curriculum right now, I already learned them at Flobbeto Primary School. Everywhere I go, I've been complimented about my discipline and about my smartness. And I thank Flobbeto for helping me become a well-nurtured person.
Flobbeto was a school where you would know your talent, even when you didn't know. First of all, we had teachers who used to encourage us in everything. We had to do everything, whether you can or you can't. You had to try. That is the best thing I learned about Flobbeto.
I remember joining Flobbeto in 2014, and I was scared because I didn't have that good of an experience in my former school. But while I got to Flobbeto, the teachers were welcoming. I made friends. I had never talked to the head teacher, but the head teacher even gave me a hug. I remember all the good moments. I held the directress's hand. I just felt like I was important. I remember all the functions we went to. I went to Hillside. I went to the museum. I had very many experiences at Flobbeto.
They usually concentrated more on individual basis and really gave you that feeling that you are at the right point and you can make it in life. And they gave you that mental support.
Our school director, Madam Jennifer Mugasha, flanked by Maureen, Melissa, Mavis, le collateral aussi, au gars à Wonyuma.
Flobbeto Nursery and Primary School aspires to become the leading school in Uganda, excelling in academics and equipped with state-of-the-art infrastructure.
Special thanks goes to our directors, the Executive Director, Mrs. Mugasha Florence Akiki, together with the Co-Director, Madam Jennifer Mugasha, for the support that has been rendered to us, more especially to me as the leader of this institution. I thank you so much.
We've reached a level where we have started having exchange programs. We've reached a level where we get teachers from a specific department like social studies or science or mathematics, and then they go to Flobbeto, benchmark, and then come, we make improvements. Or we get the team from Flobbeto, come here at Hillside, benchmark, go back and make improvements.
Our pioneer parents who believed in the angel that they didn't know. You gave us a big mileage and we have lived to stand on that support that you gave us to grow up to this level. We thank you, and we believe that going forward in the next 10, 20, 30 years, the support will continue and the school will continue to grow to greater heights.
I'd like to thank the head teacher who was instrumental and who has sacrificed so much to run that school. It was not easy. He left his job and devoted his time and energy to make the school what it is. I would also want to thank Hillside Fraternity, who held our hand as we were starting. Normally they would be jealous, but they have been there to help. And I think now, after this celebration, the baby is born, they should now be able to walk independently. Thirdly, I would like to thank the co-director, Ms. Jennifer Twine, for leaving her recruiting job. She was head of operations in ABSA. but she agreed to take the mantle and help me to continue running the school. Although she's my daughter, but she does her work profession. And I want to thank her for that.
I would like to thank the pioneer teachers that we started with, who accepted to come and work at Flobbeto. I'd like to thank the head teacher, Dominic, who steered this leadership team. I'd like to thank the people of Hoima for embracing Flobbeto, for accepting to bring your children to Flobbeto, and for loving Flobbeto, for trusting us with your children. I'd like to thank Madame Florence Mugasha for the dream of bringing Flobbeto to Hoima to educate the girl child. Thank you, Mommy, for this dream that you had 10 years ago, and we are proud of what we are seeing at Flobbeto now. The administrators of Hillside that worked with us from the onset, the team of Mr. Shaba, of Teacher Resty, of Teacher Grace, of Teacher Frederick, of Mr. Okia, and Teacher Miriam. Thank you for partnering with Flobbeto.
I want to thank the members of staff, the teaching and non-teaching, for what they have done so far and what they continue to do. It's not easy to operate away from the director, but they have really done a good job, and I commend them for that. So as we start celebrations, I wish everybody success and goodwill, and I hope they will be able to enjoy what we have to offer on the 30th of November 2024.
The strong bond among pupils, teachers and parents has been a cornerstone of Flobbeto Nursery and Primary School's success over the past decade, fueled by a shared pride in their achievements and commitment to excellence.
There are those moments when we are out of class with the senior woman and the counselors. During those moments, we cry, we get happiness and other emotions. But at the end of the day, their intention is to mold us into women of valor.
And maybe you've left your bed unlaid and you've gone to bathe, and by the time you're coming back, you find the matron looking at you with a sharp eye.
Oh, it's like you really killed a person when she looks at you like that.
For sure.
Oh, but we are still going to miss those moments with our matrons, our dear teachers, everyone in this school.
They have made sure we grow up as responsible citizens in the country and become responsible people. One thing that I'll never forget from this school are the structures.
I'll never forget the most important thing that it taught me, public speech. I joined this school in 2020. I was in primary 3. I'm so glad. I was very shy that I cannot even remember who I was. But I was taught how to speak in public. I was called upon assemblies to lead prayers, to lead anthems, and I was considered among the journalism club in Planet K. I'll never forget Flobbeto.
When I was very little, I used to watch girls presenting on Planet K, and I would wish to be that girl, that just one girl on Planet K. And here I am. You have seen me on Planet K. Thank you so much, my dear teachers. They have enabled me to carry out public speaking.
To learn English is important, but to have respect for one another is the most important thing, and I thank Flobbeto for what it has taught me.
To be good, we have to respect one another and not to hurt them, meaning we don't shout at each other.
The solution to everything is to be calm, to be caring, and to be ready to share with everyone.
Happy 10th anniversary, Flobbeto!
Our vision is to become a modern nursery and primary school in Uganda, offering quality education and producing competitive individuals of creative integrity. And our mission is to offer excellent, innovative, and holistic education, equipping an individual with mental, physical, and spiritual skills. Flobbeto Nursery and Primary School, excellence is our pride.